Hello everyone, welcome to Know First Physics, where we come straight to the point immediately. So far, we have understood the concepts of Coulomb's law, and now it is time to apply the theory to numerical problems just like you would in an exam. So, in this video and a few upcoming videos, we will solve some important and challenging Coulomb's law numericals step by step. So, let's get started.
Let us look at some numerical questions on Coulomb's law. The first question that we have taken. So here we have three identical charges plus q placed on vertex of three of a triangle. So these are the three vertices A, B, and C, and identical charges plus q are placed. The triangle is an equilateral triangle, so all distances or all the sides are A. Obviously, all the angles will be 60 degree. We have been asked to find out the net force on the charge at C. From law of superposition, we know that the net force acting on the charge at C, which we will call as Fc, is equal to the vector sum of the charge due to charge at A plus the charge at B. So we get this equation by law of superposition. Now let us find out the value of FCA. Let's find out the magnitude of FCA. We know that it is given by K into multiplication of the charges. The charges over here are Q and Q. So I will get Q square, and the distance between them is A. The separation is A, so A square. So this is FCA. What about FCB? FCB again, K. The two charges involved are both are Q, so I'll get Q square. The distance between the two charges is A, so I'll get A square. So you can see that both these forces have the same magnitude, and that is obvious because both these charges are of the same magnitude and are at the same distance from charge C. Therefore these two forces are equal in magnitude. Now we want to find out the net force acting over here. So let us look at the direction in which the forces FCA and FCB act. Let's begin with FCB. B will apply a repulsive force on C, so this force will act in this direction. So this will be FCB. Charge Q is over here, this is positive charge, this is also positive charge, so B will apply a repulsive force on this, so it will push C in this direction. Therefore this gives us the direction of FCB. Same thing will happen with charge A. Charge A is over here, it is positive plus Q, so it will apply a repulsive force on charge A along the same line. So this is FCA. This is FCA. Please note that one of the rules of Coulomb's law was that the force act along the line joining the two charges. Therefore we are drawing these lines, drawing these forces along this line joining this. So therefore this is FCA. Also, this length of this line will be equal to this line because both the charges magnitude is same. So FC and FCB are same, so they will have the same length, right? So we have got now the direction in which these forces are acting. So this is FCA. Now I want to find out the resultant of these two forces. By law of parallelogram vectors, I can draw a parallelogram like this, and this will be the resultant of this, which will be FC. So this is FC, the resultant of this. Now let us find out the magnitude of FC. We know that resultant square is equal to A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. We had discussed this when we studied vectors. The magnitude of the resultant square is given by this formula. This is B. Let me make it clear. This is B. So in this case, in our case, FC square will be equal to FCA square plus FCB square. So I will get KQ square by A square whole square. Now for sake of simplicity, let us so that we don't have to write every time KQ square by A square, let us call this KQ square by A square as F. The magnitude, we are talking about the magnitude. So this also is F. So every time we will not have to write this term. So this will be F square plus F square plus 2F into F into cos. What is the angle between these two forces, FCA and FCB? This angle, that is the angle between the two forces. This will be 60 degree because this angle is 60 degree, vertically opposite angle. So the angle between the two vectors is 60 degrees, so cos 60, and that will give me F square plus F square plus cos 60 is half, so 2F square multiplied by half, that will give me 3F square, and therefore I can write that FC is equal to square root of 3F, which is equal to square root of 3KQ square by A square. So I have got the magnitude of the resultant, FC. I know this magnitude now. I want to know its direction. Since these two lines are equal, this particular angle will be 30 degree. That's quite obvious because these lines are equal and this angle is 60 degrees, so it will exactly be half of this. So that's one way of understanding it. If not, we can use the equation for finding out the angle of the resultant. So we can use the equation that we learned in vectors. Tan alpha is given by b sine theta upon a plus b cos theta. In this case, both b and a are f, so n sine 60 divided by f plus f cos 60 is equal to, f will come out common in both the numerator and denominator, so I'll be left with sine 60 divided by 1 plus cos 60. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2, and the denominator will be 1 plus half, which is, because cos 60 is half, so this will be root 3 over 2 divided by 3 by 2, and that will be root 3 by 3, which is 1 by root 3. Therefore, we get tan alpha is equal to 1 by root 3. Therefore, alpha is equal to root 3. Sorry, alpha is equal to 30 degree, not root 3. 30 degree, because tan alpha is 1 by root 3. Thus, we have found out the angle alpha is equal to 30 degree. That will give us the direction of the resultant vector fc, and magnitude we obtained over here, fc is equal to root 3k q square by a square. Thank you.
So that was numerical number 1. In the next few more videos, we will look at more numerical questions, challenging numerical questions, which will help you apply the concept of Coulomb's law to solving numerical questions. I will provide the link in the description as well as the pinned comment. Please don't miss out on watching those videos. And I will connect with you once again in the next video. Thank you so much for joining Know First Physics.